your season with kind of a lesser opponent, easier way into a season. What's the difference when you start with a team like Florida in a neutral site?
I think you just really get to understand what type of team you have, and you have to really focus on that preparation early and make sure that you're not making a lot of mental errors and mistakes that you normally do early in the season. You have to cut those down for such a big opponent early on.
Is there a concern with such a young team, a big test that early?
No, I don't think there's really concern for us. I think we've had some really great young guys come in and really understand our defense and get an understanding of what we're trying to do as a unit.
Well, what's the night before the game like for you? What are your emotions, maybe any traditions that you have?
For me, I normally try to just relax and try not to focus on it too much the night before, because I know my nerves and everything are going to be up during the day of the game. So normally the night before I just try to relax, maybe talk to some friends or family.
What excites you about this particular team?
I mean, just the youth and just getting to see such young guys make such amazing plays and guys that I haven't really played with for a long time. I mean, the team we had last year I've been playing with for 4 years, so I kind of knew what to expect. So whenever young guys make big plays, I can just see, the greatness within them and get so happy about what they're doing now and for their future.
Why were Mike and Mason?
I think they're just two really great leaders, and they're two really, Michigan guys, and they always do things right, and they're always there for each other and there for our team, and I think they're just two really great Michigan guys.
What was the reaction like in the room Saturday night when they announced that?
Oh, it was amazing. We were so happy for Mike and Mason. It's such a big honor at Michigan. We've had some really great captains in the past, and we had some really great captains last year, in Jake and Chris Wormley. So just leaving that legacy of just great captains and great leaders for our team.
What does it mean to be a Michigan guy?
I think just carrying all of the tangibles of someone who's a person of integrity and someone who does things the right way and works hard and is reliable.
Talk about how good Coach Harbaugh is at having people that make a fuss out of every little thing he does.
I don't know.
I mean, whether it's how he recruits or going to Rome or not releasing the roster, everybody outside of this building seems to make a big deal out of every single move he makes.
I mean, I guess he's just an interesting guy, and I think people just try to understand him as a person, and they probably never really will. So I think that's just really the biggest thing, is that he's such a character and someone who's unique in his own ways.
Do you understand him, and how long did it take for you to understand him?
No, I still don't understand him. I try to.
What do you see in that Florida offense? I know there's some question marks who's going to be under center and stuff, but what do you see?
I see a team that has a lot of talent. They have a really great running back. Their offensive line seemed to be a lot improved. Some of the same guys that we played 2 years ago, and I think it's just going to be a really exciting game. And I think there's a lot of youth and there's a lot of speed on the field for both teams, and I think it's going to be one of those great games to watch.
How do you prepare for the potential we'll face these three different quarterbacks?
I think you just kind of have to understand which each quarterback kind of brings to the table. With Zaire, you kind of have to prepare more for, quarterback run games. So that's obviously something that we have to prepare for throughout the week. But for the other quarterbacks, they're more so pocket passers. So, you just have to throw in, the option stuff with the quarterback just because of what Zaire is able to do, and sort of what Coach Nuss did with Gardner while he was here.
How much extra work does that present for you guys? How much does that slow things down?
I don't think it slows things down. I think it's just something that you have to prepare for, just like any team. I mean, we run so many blitzes, run different formations. I think it's just a preparation thing where, you have to understand, like, if this situation was to happen, then you want to be prepared for it and not be surprised by it.
Mo, you were on a couple losing teams in your first 2 years at Michigan. What sort of experiences or what things you take from those struggles to turn you into the player that you are today?
I think just understanding sort of being able to be accountable for one another, and I think for a team just not to get down on each other if there's a bad play, just to move on to the next play and just make sure that you're doing the best that you can.
A lot of people don't know a lot about your young guys that are going to have bigger roles. Do you think people are going to be surprised at what they see out of the young guys?
I think people are going to be really impressed by them. I think there's so many good players on our team, and a lot of them are really young, and I mean, it's just been really impressive to get to see some of the guys come in so early and just make such an impact on the team.
Obviously, much different personnel and everything, but when you look at what Florida's able to do offensively, do you see some similarities, having gone up against a Doug Nussmeier offense before, and him having been here?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely do see similarities from, from 2 years ago and from when he was here. He's probably not going to reinvent the wheel, so I think it's just preparing for it. Because, I mean, he's a great offensive coordinator, and I think he's going to be, he has understanding of sort of what we run, and I mean, I think it's just going to be something that we just have to prepare for.
Is McCray a vocal guy at all, or what? How does he lead?
Mike's not really a vocal guy. He's sort of more of a lead by example guy and some guy that you could, really talk to outside of football and out of the locker room, and someone that you can hang out with and trust and rely on.
And what sticks out to you about him as a player?
Just his ability to, flow fast, and he's a bigger body guy, and he's able to move really well, and he really understands our defense, being in it for 2 years, and he's a really smart football player.
Devin Bush is one of those young guys that we're going to see a lot more of this year. What do you like about him as a player?
Dev's just got so much speed and athletic ability. He's a really exciting player to watch. I think he's really going to be able to help us and do some amazing things this year.
Well, what's missing to get this team over the top? You guys were so close in so many ways last year. What needs to happen?
I'm not sure yet. I think we'll sort of see as the season goes on.
Openers are a little different. You got one opponent to think about for a long time. Did you put more into Florida than maybe a normal week-to-week team?
No, I think your first game, you always have a little bit more preparation just because you're in camp, and you have 20-something odd days to prepare for the team. So it sort of makes that in early, and it's kind of the same for every opener game.
What's camp been like for you as an old guy?
It's been interesting. It's been fun to be more so a leader and someone that young guys have to rely on, and just be someone who has to be vocal and sort of talk to players if they make mistakes or if they're not living up to their ability. So
are you confident with the guys behind you at your spot?
Yeah, I mean, I'm extremely confident about them. I mean, I think everyone's been doing a really great job, and it's just been a lot of fun for this camp.
Who did you room with in camp?
I roomed with Ron Urban Bay.
Now he's a young fella, obviously, just coming in.
Yeah.
What do you try to impart on him to help him walk into the door?
Just to let him know that everyone sort of goes through, a freshman struggle, and it's really difficult going from high school to college and making that sort of transition, especially for defensive line, because there's so many little things, and steps and hands, and just playing. It's a lot different play for defense and offensive line. I think it's a little bit easier for skilled guys to come in and play early.